Welcome to day 2 of these little recordings. So the second part is about simplifying ratios. So we say a ratio is in its simplest form if the quantities in the ratio, so these are the quantities here, are whole numbers. If the highest common factor of both quantities is 1, so if you can see here 2 and 3, the highest common factor is 1. And there are no units on either side of the ratio. No units here, no units here. If we need to find the simplest form of a ratio, consider how to make A, B, and C true. So how do we make the quantities whole numbers? How do we reduce the quantities to their highest common factors? And how do we remove any units on either side? So let's go through that. So 7 is to 21. There is a common factor of 7 and 21. It's got a highest common factor of 7. So what we're going to do is divide both sides by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 21 divided by 7 is 3. That's it in simplest form. So therefore, divide by 7. So 450 and 200 has a highest common factor of 50. So we're going to divide by 50. So in that case, 450 divided by 50 is 9. 200 divided by 50 is 4. And there are no common factors of 9 and 4, so we know we've got the right answer. And we do that for any problems where we can find a highest common factor. Where we have fractions, we can look at how to multiply the fractions out. So in this case here, we've got 3/5 and a half. The lowest common denominator of 5 and 2 is 10. So if we multiply both sides to make the denominator of 10, we'll be able to multiply out the denominator. So in this case, we're going to multiply by 2 over 2. That will give me a denominator of 10. And 5 over 5. That will give me a denominator of 10, which will give me 6 over 10 and 5 over 10. Now if I multiply both sides by 10, I'll end up with 6 on the left-hand side and 5 on the right-hand side. And the 10s will cancel out. Last one here, we've got denominators of 3 and 4, so that'll give me a lowest common denominator of 12. Before I can go any further, it's probably easiest to make this into an improper fraction. 2 3s are 6 and 1 is 7. 1's 4 is 4 and 1 is 5. Multiply this side by 4 over 4. Multiply this side by 3 over 3. That will give me my denominators of 12. 7 4s are 28 on 12. 3 5s are 15 on 12. Multiply out the 12s. I'll end up with 28 is to 15. Easy done. Let's go to the next one. Now we've got different units on either side, so I suppose the first thing we need to do is to make sure the units are the same on both sides, so we can divide out the units. There's 10 millimeters in a 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. So we've got 20 millimeters over here, so we'll have 4 millimeters is to 20 millimeters. The highest common factor of 20 and 4 is 4. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 25 times. Here we've got minutes on one side and hours on the other. There are 60 minutes in an hour. So 2 hours will be 120 minutes. 2 hours, 25 minutes. Highest common factor of 25 and 120 is 5. So that will give me 5 is to 24. Now when you're doing the exercises that I've set, can you please make sure that you lay it out as has been placed here with the right hand side stuff written down clearly. So tell me how it is you're doing things. The exercise is exercise 6b. I will put a copy of 6b up with the answers. Do all of it, unless of course you found yourself it's taking you longer than an hour. If it is, stop. After an hour you have done enough. Thank you everybody. Oh, and remember, if you have any questions, stick them online in the discussion group. Bye.